Have you ever felt worried that lifting weights will make you look bulky and less feminine? Many fitness experts will debunk this as a myth. They say women just don't have the genetics to be bulky. I disagree. Lifting weights can make women bulky. Stay tuned to find out why in today's episode of The Third Spring. Lifting weights is a form of resistance training where we use dumbbells, barbells, or weight machines to create opposing forces that muscles have to resist. Doing so repeatedly train the muscles to be stronger and bigger. If you sign up for personal training services, you will almost certainly be advised to start a weightlifting regime. That's because it is a very important component of exercising. If you look back in time, the first mainstream images of weightlifting is of bodybuilders with insane muscular physique. So we, the lay people, started making the mental association of weight equal bodybuilder body. And that's how the belief that lifting weights will make the average woman bulky come about. In recent years, the mainstream wisdom is this belief is a myth. Women can't get bulky because women don't have the genetics to build muscles easily. Compared to men, women produce much less testosterone, which is a critical hormone for muscle building. That means the same training regime will likely produce much less muscles in a woman compared to a man, assuming everything else being equal. This is correct from a physiology standpoint, but it fails to factor in the bigger context at play, which is the beauty standard. The current beauty standard for female in Asia values a thin physique. Looking toned with muscle definition might even be considered not feminine. It is about looking light, soft, and delicate, which often means low body weight in general. Have you heard of the A4 waist challenge that went viral a few years back? The challenge is to hold a piece of A4 paper vertically in front of your belly. If your waist can't be seen from behind the paper, you have a small enough waist to pass the beauty challenge. For context, an A4 sheet of paper is 21 centimeters in width, so in order to pass that challenge, the waist circumference needs to be around 50 centimeters, which is roughly the waist size of a toddler. Many young women posted videos of themselves doing the challenge like a badge of honor that they are slim enough. Yes, it is extreme, but it represents what kind of female physique is considered desirable in many Asian societies. Pop cultures don't help either. Many female celebrities in Asia have to be severely underweight in order to appear light and slim on screen. But their figures are widely celebrated as body goals by many women. Whether we are aware of it or not, this beauty standard influences how we view ourselves. I have a sister-in-law who is naturally slim. After sticking to a resistance training routine, she successfully gained more muscles. I personally found that she looked incredible. I would even consider her physique body goal. But she didn't like how she looked. In her words, she had become too muscular. So how much muscle is considered bulky is really subjective. And looking at the current scale of beauty standard, it is tipping more towards the thinner, the more beautiful side. However, here comes the hard truth. A physique that conforms to a beauty standard does not necessarily mean it is healthy. A lot of times when women say, I want to lose weight, get fit, become healthier, we are thinking of how much more beautiful we will feel if we look a certain way. We might not have thought that deeply about what it means to be healthy. And it's dangerous to overlook that aspect. According to the Straits Times, 1 in 4 young healthy weight Chinese women who took part in a study on bone health in Singapore have low muscle mass. The kicker is, those with low muscle mass tend to have low bone mass density, and this means trouble is brewing. Women in their 20s have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to build their bones to be as dense as possible. Once we hit our 30s, we will start to lose bone mass, with the worst decline happening at menopause. If we don't do something about it, we are at great risk of having weak bones and suffering from life-destabilizing fractures later in life. Luckily, there is a solution. When we do resistance training or lift weights specifically, we load our bones with mechanical stimulation. It signals to the body that our bones are very much still in use, so keep them strong. Besides that, resistance training helps you gain more strength and stamina. It's the feeling of effortlessly lifting your carry-on into the overhead bin without asking for help. It's the feeling of chasing your kids around the park and not running out of breath. It's a feeling of inhabiting your body with a sense of power, not fragility. It helps lower your risk of chronic diseases like diabetes and hypertension. Not to mention, it literally makes you feel good because of the production of neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. In short, resistance training helps you become healthier, but it can make you feel bulky when you look yourself in the mirror, either because you gain muscles or your muscles become more defined. So does that mean women have to choose between looking beautiful and being healthy? The answer is no most of the time, because it is incredibly difficult to get visible muscle definition and to build muscle mass. To get muscle definition, you need the fat layer covering your muscles to go away so that your muscle become more visible. That requires you to burn more calorie than you consume, so diet control is a big part. To build muscle mass, not only do you need to train regularly with specific training styles that promote muscle growth, but you also need to consume enough protein. These are huge habits to adopt. For a start, even if you don't dramatically change your lifestyle and just do the recommended 2 resistance training sessions a week, your muscles can still get stronger without increasing in mass. Your bones still benefit from the mechanical stimulation. You can still feel happier and more focused with the increased production of dopamine and serotonin. So starting to incorporate lifting weights into your exercise routine is overwhelmingly beneficial. Of course, when we are serious about improving physical health, we have to look at how much body fat versus lean mass we have. Many of us here fall under the camp of having too little muscle and too much body fat. It is a very personal choice whether we want to improve our body composition or conform to an ideal body image, especially when these two goals conflict with each other. But I hope all of us can redirect our focus towards how much more life we can enjoy if we are strong and healthy. For me, that strength is the freedom to say yes to climbing a mountain, to carrying my own gear across a new city, to having the energy to build this podcast. True strength isn't about looking a certain way. It's about having the physical power to pursue your why, whatever it may be.